Citadelle Daymore released December 5th, 2024 with the Season 1 Reloaded update, officially kicking off the Black Ops 6 Zombies lifecycle. Taking place in an ancient castle located in Avalon, the bastard swords are the map's wonder weapons, 4 elemental swords that hold a deep connection to the Citadel. The base version of the sword has no effects other than the ability to parry, just a sword you can swing back and forth. The upgraded versions are the Caliber, and this one holds the fire element, and its special ability is to release 3 fireballs that explode in, well, a huge ball of fire. It also has a permanent fire damage equipped with it, and it will occasionally set off napalm burst. The Durandal holds the electric element. This one's special ability is to create a constant beam of lightning from the blade, much like the Electro Bolt from the Machine. And this one has an electric damage tied to it, so enemies like the Amalgam are weak to it, and it can also set off Deadwire. The Balmung holds the Void element. Its ability is basically just a Gerst device, or, well, a Casimir now, I guess. And of course it has shadow damage built into it, so it once again does increase damage to amalgams and can set off Shadow Rift. And finally, the Soulless holds the light element. Its ability is a lot like the Chakrams in BO4, a bunch of spinning blades that form around you to kill anything in its way. It also has the ability to restore armor on use, and it has light damage built into it, making it a good tool against Doppelgausts and can set off Lightmen. Incantations are the map's secondary wonder weapon. Each sword has its own corresponding incantation. There's the Fire incantation, which sets enemies on fire, the Electric incantation, which causes all enemies to be electrified, and it's insanely good on amalgams. The Void incantation is essentially just Shadow Rift, and the Light incantation is essentially just Lightmen. The Doppelgast is the map's new enemy. These are insanely fast, quick-moving specials that start spawning in at about round 12. They have normal melee attacks, a ranged attack, and will explode upon death. And they can also be evolved from parasites. They aren't too different from, let's say, a super sprinter, but will actively try to dodge wherever you're aiming, so stay alert. Vermin, parasites, and amalgams also reappear on the map. Voltron finally comes back after being absent for 11 years. Last seen on Buried in Black Ops 2, its original ability of zombies dropping small pouches of ammo and points stay the same. Its ability to spawn in smaller green gases that allow you to go into it and mask yourself from zombies turns into an augment and is no longer base. And the ability to see perk machines, the box, and wallbuster walls is removed due to the game's minimap. It also sports a new icon, updated machine, and of course 6 new augments tied to it.
Remember how to do this, Ravenov? Or has the cheap booze burned away that part of your brain?
In my first attempt, I spawned in with the Sigma launcher, an odd choice if you're unfamiliar with the strap, but it essentially becomes the Helion with a trap. But since using an RPG without PHC would be a classic Call of Duty Zombies blunder, I just used my melee weapon. Made points for a while, then at round 7 I pop a wall power and buy the GS-45s off the wall. Just using it as a backup weapon, and I know what I just said about, you know, the blunder, but it has very little self-inflicted damage, so it'll be fine. A round later I bought the first door, I grab a lightning rod and a horseshoe, switch my gobblegun pack and turn this cannon to set it off and blow open this door to the castle. Probably one of the best ways to open up a section of the map in any zombies map. I fucking love it. Once in the castle I buy Jug and head down to the basement, I guess? I don't know if you'd call it a basement, it might have a different name, but I open up the storage container that contains the Doppelgast, and killing him drops a blood Ethereum crystal. I can place it into this portal to unlock Pack-a-Punch. Next I head to the store to talk to the undisputed GOAT Gabriel Croft, shout out to the Archon. Next I wait for a zombie with a helmet to spawn in. These zombies will always drop a stamp, which I can place on the statue to gain a bastard sword, this one being the Stag Sword. Next I go grab another lightning rod that drops from an armored zombie in the quick revive room, then throw a shark charge into this fuse box. This will electrify another rod up there, which will drop the final lightning rod. With these rods I can place them into this thing to start what's essentially a lockdown. During this lockdown I simply just have to wait for my sword to become electrified, then I gotta hit the thing with it when it's electrified. Do that 3 times and I gain the Durandal. Next I walk back up to that cannon and get into it. This will send me back to spawn, and since I picked up that horseshoe from earlier, it'll electrify it and take it from my inventory. But it will spawn it back nearby and it will turn it into Pegasus's horseshoe. I miss you, Peggy. But with that I can place it on this symbol and get a bunch of electric kills near it, and it'll give me the electric incantation. And as much as I absolutely love the electric sword, I think it's my second favorite one, I really only ever build it for its incantation because it is a sword I love so much more. The electric incantation is just so good, I get it every single game because it instant kills amalgams no matter the round. It's so good. So you may be wondering what my favorite sword is and what I'll be using the round 40. Well, that's one of the greatest wonder weapons of all time. One of my favorite. It's just so, oh god, I love it. I love this wonder weapon so much. It's the fire sword. First I get another stamp and place it in a different statue with a dragon on it. Then once I get that sword I can place it in a different statue. This will cause 3 cauldrons to ignite. Now I can walk up to a cauldron, set myself on fire, then run back to that statue to place the fire into the statue. Just gotta do that 3 times and that'll give me the beautiful, beautiful Caliburn. Now that I have the Caliburn, I can grab 3 alcohol bottles to begin a side quest. See, the unfortunate thing is, I'll be using 3 explosive weapons for this. You know, I got the GS-45s, which turned into the Sallies, and I have the RPG, and then I have the sword, which creates 3 big-ass explosions. You know, there's a lot of exploding going on. But you see, the thing is, there's no PhD machine on the map. You know, there's just simply not one to be seen. You know, I could wait to around 25 to get PhD for the Wonder Physics spawn, but you know, that's a little whiles away. What if I blow myself up by then? But fortunately, you know, Treyarch, they came in clutch. There's a side quest to get PhD, and it's quite easy. See, with those 3 bottles I grabbed, I can place them in the bar on this tray to begin a bartending minigame, essentially. It's a very fun little thing they added. I never really thought you would be able to do some shit like this in zombies, but hey, you know, please give us more shit like this. I'm not too sure how many zombies you have to serve to get PhD. I usually just do 15 and that works out fine. Now, for getting into the strat, it doesn't technically allow you to get the sword. I mean, what I mean by this is when you start getting the swords, to activate the quest to actually do them, it starts the main quest, essentially, and when that happens, the traps you gotta use for the quest get kind of fucked up. Essentially, now I have to do an entire Easter egg step, so they won't be fucked up. It's easy though, all I gotta do is just grab these 4 pages in this room, break open this wall full of symbols, and head back to the bar to interact with these little things that display a number and a symbol. Then I just put the symbol with a number, do that 6 times, and put all the symbols in the wall, then this book will spawn in. It's a very Blundell step, and honestly, I think it might be the best step in Modern Zombies quest. I fucking love steps like that. Try, for the love of God, please do more steps like that. But after I do the symbols, a book will spawn in and I can place those pages I got into the book, which will show me 4 more symbols. These correlate to traps that are around the map, and they're a lot like Ring of Fire from Cold War. I just gotta use the traps in order of the book, and then the step completes. And like I said, if I don't do this, the traps become extremely short and don't last the actual duration. And it can all be skipped if you just don't get a sword, but like, who the hell is gonna play Citadelle and not get a sword? Are you kidding me? Like, what the fuck's the point? But next, all I really gotta do is just get points, spawn my perks, armor, just, you know, get fully set up the last few things. My plan was to train until about round 40, then do the high round strat like I did on Terminus. Training past round 40 just becomes so unfun due to all of like the super sprinters and the zombies' hit speed and the fact that tag sprint destroys all the fun the movement could be in this game, like, for the love of God. Sure, please, just, the tag sprint does not fit zombies at all. Please get rid of it. But then, the absolute modern Call of Duty classics strikes at round 23. The ever so prevalent profile was signed out, has hit the Citadelle Daymore round 100 attempt. But I mean, that's fine. It doesn't matter. We got save and quit now, baby. I can just load the game back up and we're in it, right where we left off. So here we are doing one of the most fun things in zombies, running around with a sword that's on fire, slicing zombies up. I mean, I love this sword. I can't mention enough. I fucking love this sword. You know, I think apart from that little hiccup, this attempt's gonna be dear God. Another profile I signed out was hit the Citadelle Daymore run 100 attempt. Yeah, so shit, even though we got the system to get games back in case of a disconnection, it's still not very good. If you get an error like this 2 times in a row, you just won't get your match back. Even if you progress rounds and do a manual save and quit and come back, it's gone. Like, if you get a profile signed out 2 times in a row, it's gone. You're just not getting that back, so you gotta restart. So for the second tip, I did exactly what I did last time. I didn't even record it because I just did exactly what I did last time. I didn't switch anything up. Apart from I used a perkaholic because, like, fuck that. I'm not spending 40k on my perks again. But anyways, now that we're back up to where we left off, we can begin the actual strat to round 100. From round 22, that's the round I got fully set up, to round 40, I simply just trained and spawned with the Caliburn. It has honestly risen to be my top 5 favorite wonder weapons. It's got such an awesome design, it's insanely fun to use, it's easy to get, I never get tired of using its ability in a horde of zombies. Like, shit, I gotta calm down. It's too good. But yeah, there's not much else to say about these rounds. Not really any close calls. It was quite smooth. No profile disconnects. Just sprinting around in circles with the sword. GS when insta-kills spawn in, and the incantation for amalgams, you know, it's quite simple. Now for the actual high round strat, I head down to the pack room and use this trap. Like I mentioned earlier, it's like Ring of Fire, but it also has a mix of free fire in it. Essentially, imagine you're playing Infinite Warfare, right? And then Ring of Fire just suddenly gets put into the game. And then a zombie drops that infinite ammo power up. That's essentially what it's like. Like, you pair this trap with the Sigma, it's like BO4. You're essentially just doing a BO4 strike. You aim at the floor with an RPG, and you just shoot. And everything dies. I mean, like, I'm not like, there's not too much I can really say more than that. You look at the gameplay. I'm looking at the floor and it's exploding. Like, what else do I say? Amalgams are still a terror. If one spawns in, you are a lot better off just using a mutant injection because they will pull you off the trap. You're not going to be able to really kill them in time. It's not really worth the risk. So if one spawns in, the mutant injection is going to save the day. Up until about, I want to say, nearing the 80s, maybe mid-70s, you can use only the back trap to end the round. Past that, you're gonna have to start using a quick revive trap and maybe the stamina up trap if it really gets bad. Something you cannot sleep on though, you really gotta stay cautious about, are the Doppelgast. If you start lacking once, and like 5 of them have spawned in, you're done. You're simply done. This exact scenario happened to me on round 57. I was killing, too many Doppelgast were exploding near me and taking down my health. My dying wish popped, and even though I had Ether Shroud, a Doppelgast exploded right where the boost sent me, and I ended up downing anyway, because Ether Shroud is just not very good in this game. So it's unfortunate, down at round 57, what are you gonna do about it? I was able to bounce back and get all my shit though, so you know, it's fine, but what's not fortunate though, just, you know, someone call it unfortunately, at round 76, I once again went down. I guess my mind was just somewhere else. I didn't notice the trap ended, and I didn't react in time. It just led to me getting railed, to say the least. But once again, I got back up, and I was fine, you know, I got back into it. But then, again, round 84, ended up downing again. So, you know, this left me no dying wish, no self-revive, and it was getting bad. I did a round later go ahead and did a little save and quit to go eat. But yeah, anyways, after that, the match went more smoothly. It was fine, just used a lot more mutant injections. You know, the rounds were going by pretty fast. Nothing too bad happened. So I guess we can just get on with the tier list. So Citadelle is a map I feel like is getting that fire-based treatment for some reason. Like, people loved it when it came out, and now for some reason I'm just turning on it. I don't really get that. I still absolutely fucking love this map, and I think I'm always gonna love it. It's just simply a all-around fantastic map. Firstly, its quest is by far the best in BO4 so far. I think it might maybe be the best in Modern Zombies. To be honest with you, the Archons is pretty fucking good, and so is Vanguard Chino Numas, and Firebases actually do quite like a lot, but I do think Citadel has its quest is a bit more in tune with the map, so that gives it a good amount of points. Like I said earlier, the symbol step within like trap step and all that is like, I love steps like that. I'm honestly kind of surprised they went ahead and did a step like that, because if you don't know what to do, you're gonna be stuck in that for a while, and I love steps like that where you have to get symbols and numbers and shit like that. Its boss fight is also just absolutely exquisite. I think I like Patient 13 a little bit more, but I mean, it's cinematic as fuck. It's like incredible. The boss has an amazing design. It's got God, I love its arena. Everything about the boss fight is really fucking good. Its ending cutscene was some of the funniest shit in the world. Gabriel Croft from Vanguard being Rick Toffin's adopted father is like, I don't think a soul on the planet saw some shit like that happening. Its wonder weapons, you know, I've already praised the Caliburn enough, but I love all the other ones. The electric swords, obviously, like I said, my second favorite. Everything about it is sick. The Solus and the, the Balmung, I don't love them as much, but they both have really cool designs. I actually think the Solus has the coolest design of all of them. I fucking love it, but they're just a bit less interesting to use, but I still love them. But I think the Balmung would probably be my least favorite, and the Solus is third. But I still love building all of them. They're all really easy to get, and they're just like, man, they knocked it out of the park with them. The incantations are also something I really hope Trek does more. Like, I really miss having tactical wonder weapons like Gershes and shit. Like, I mean, Gershes are still in the game, but you know, they used to be rare. You used to only be able to get them out of the box. You couldn't have an infinite amount of them. I just wish we'd get more stuff like that. Oh, like the Hell's Retriever, like that was a tactical wonder weapon that you would only be able, like, you wouldn't take a full slot, and it was amazing to use. I really wish we'd get more stuff like that. And incantations are a good step in that direction. And oh my god, the Easter egg song, it's so God, it's so good, man. Like, Kevin has not had a single miss this entire Easter egg song run. Like, I'm not a fan of Dig, but just because I don't like that genre of music, but if I did, I'd probably like it. like, I didn't like Terminuses when it first came out, but I've since come around to it, and maybe if I don't know, maybe if dig will grow on me one day, but so far it's just been back-to-back, just incredible songs. There's two things I can fault the map on though. One is the size. It really is like the size of a BO1 map. It's pretty fucking small, and the castle portion of the map is just like, it's not a lot. It's nowhere near like DE or something, which is I guess the only example or like side-by-side thing we can compare it to. And I just like, if you use like a Hellstorm or a Chopper Gunner, you can see how big the castle really is and how we just can't play in any of that. And it's a pretty big shame. I wish we could have got to explore more of the castle, but from what we did get, it does look beautiful, and it's just, I wish we would have got a little bit more. But overall, Citadel is absolutely going in love. Like, I fucking love this map. It is just so good. The only thing I can really fault it on is the size, but even then, the amount of space they use is used well, and putting it in love is absolutely deserved. So, round 100 was hit in roughly about 2 hours 20 minutes. This time I popped an exit strat so I didn't have to go to another round, and then rode off into the sky, leaving the Citadel behind.